Okay, welcome back. In this YouTube video playlist, we are going to study about AGM 4307. AGM 4307 Economics and Marketing for Engineers. Level 4 course, we already know 3 credit course. We are going to study about AGM 4307 Economics and Marketing for Engineers. This course. Okay, first we are going to study about economics. What is economics? What is economics? Uh, what is economics? Economics is you study about in this in our lectures we already discussed about real definitions in real exams. No, here we don't mostly we don't consider about exact definitions. Okay, we already have in our day school slides already we have there definitions. Here we are going to learn deeply, little bit deeply what is really economics, what is really microeconomics, what is really macroeconomics. We are going to learn about this. Okay, what is really means. Because mostly students will not understand if we if we tell the real definition, most of the students will not understand what is really economics, what is really microeconomics, macroeconomics. They will know what are individuals. They will not understand. Therefore, uh, I studied many books. I studied many resources to explain this theory very clearly. According to my notes, I study many books to give you a very clear explanation. And according to my notes, after reading many books and resources, finally I receive I get the notes. I got notes, and according to the notes, we can study about everything. Okay, final notes. Okay, now we are going to study about economics. What is really economics? According to economics says that we have limited resources. Economics says that we have limited resources. In economics, we are going to study about how to manage our limited resources. This is the real meaning. Economics meaning, what is economics means? We have limited resources in the world. How to manage the limited resources? Because all people know we have many needs. No, we need food. We know we need food, water, and we need many things. We have many needs. No, therefore, but according to economics, the resources are limited. In economics, we are studying about how to manage the limited resources. That is economics. Therefore, economics means we have limited resources. We are studying about how to manage the limited resources. The real real meaning of economics. Okay, economics. Okay, now we can divide the economics. Now we already economics. Okay, economics. Okay, now we are studying about economics. We already discussed about economics is the managing the limited resources. Studying about how to manage the limited resources is the economics. How to manage the limited resources. It is economics. Very simple. Okay, economics. For example, uh, in Sri Lanka, we can say, for example, we in Sri Lanka, for 1 year, we get rice from agriculture, from harvest, about 10,000 kilogram, for example. Okay, now we have 10 kilogram rice per year. Now there are many people in Sri Lanka. No, in our Sri Lanka now we have to give 10 kilogram rice to all people. Now It is economics. How to manage this 10 kilogram rice to all people? How to give 10 kilogram to all people? Uh, Another example. For 1 year, we get 1,000. For 1 month, one month, fi- finally totally we only receive 1,000 coconuts from harvest or agriculture. Okay, from our garden and only. Totally, we only get 1,000 coconuts. This, now we have to distribute and manage this limited 1,000 to all people. All people know, mostly all people want coconut rice. No, therefore, this is how to manage the limited resources. The real economics. That is the economics. Studying about how to manage the limited resources. Therefore, okay, economics already discussed about economics. Now we can divide the economics in two parts. We can divide the economics as two parts. One is microeconomics. We already have already discussed about in lecture. We are now the cooking class now. Uh, Okay, economics already discussed about. We are going to uh, study about little bit deeply about this with a very simple example. Okay, we don't consider about the definitions. We are going to study about in simple English what is really economics, what is microeconomics. That's okay. I have already informed. Very simple. Don't afraid about this. This first time I was also afraid that what is economics, what is microeconomics. We don't. We are engineering student, mathematics from physical science. We don't know. We are not commercial students. How to study? These are very difficult. I thought that now it's very simple. Simple. Okay, we can. If you study the real definition, sometimes it will be confusion. We can study in real world example with the real world examples in simple English. Okay. Now we have already discussed about economics. Now we can divide the economics as two parts. One is microeconomics. One is microeconomics. One is microeconomics. Other one is macro micro macroeconomics. Okay. The other one is macroeconomics. Economics. Okay. Microeconomics, macroeconomics. Now, what is microeconomics and what is macroeconomics? Uh, don't memorize the definition. Mostly don't memorize the definitions. Okay. If you want to memorize what is, please understand what is really microeconomics. Don't memorize without knowing, understanding the real definition. Don't memorize just like biology. We can understand everything. Okay. Now we are going to study about microeconomics and macroeconomics. But in this video, we are going to study about microeconomics. In next video, we can about discuss about macroeconomics. In later, we can discuss about the difference between them. Okay. Now microeconomics and macroeconomics. What is the meaning of micro? We already know the meaning of micro is small. If we understand the real meaning of these words, we can quickly pick up what is microeconomics, macroeconomics. Okay. Now, micro means small. We can if we understand this, if we understand this, we can go to next step. Now, micro is small. The meaning of micro is small. We already know micro, but we don't know. Mostly, we don't know about macro. Macro, we are not familiar with macro, but macro is not only very large. The meaning of micro is small. The meaning of macro is large. That's it. That's it. No, not a big thing. Microeconomics. Micro means small. Macro means large. Now we are going to study about microeconomics. Okay, economics. Okay, micro. Now we are going to study about microeconomics. Please tell what is really microeconomics. But we can divide the economics as microeconomics and macroeconomics. Really, what is microeconomics? Microeconomics means uh, we are economics means what is economics? We we have limited resources. According to economics, we have limited resources. We have to manage the limited resources to all people. That is really economics. Microeconomics means studying about how individual people uh, manage their limited resources. Economics means how to manage the limited resources. That is economics. But but macroeconomics means how to how individuals manage their limited resources. How who are what is individual? Individual. Indi I write clearly. Okay. Individual. Okay. Individual. What is individual? Individual means we already know individual. What is the meaning of individual? Individual already know the meaning. Who are individuals means consumers, consumers like us, customers, consumers, people like that, consumers, companies, companies also consumers, companies, consumers, companies, families, household. Okay, household, uh, same meaning, little bit same meaning. Household or families, household or families, families, firms, firms, firms meaning in Tamil firms Nirvanam. Nirvanam is Tamil meaning I don't know Sinhala. Firms, uh, if you don't know that words, please dictionary Google Translate. Well, please find the real meaning of singular meaning of firms. Firms meaning like office like that. Okay, firms. Nirvanam office like that. Okay. Uh, Therefore, individual means consumers, local people, consumers. Now, consumers, companies, firms, household, families. I therefore, for summary, microeconomics means how consumers or how companies, local companies, how our consumers. We Now we are going to study about Sri Lanka. Okay, now in this video we are going to about Sri Lanka. So therefore, in microeconomics we are studying about how consumers, local people, uh, local customers, how consumers uh, manage their limited resource. How companies, our in Sri Lanka there are many companies. Know how the companies uh, they manage their limited resource. How families, households manage their resources. How firms manage their limited resources. That is, they are individuals. How individuals manage their limited resources. That is microeconomics. For example, now I'm a consumer, I'm a customer. No, we are customers, local people. Now I have some money about 50,000. Okay. Now I have 50,000 rupees. Now now I am decided. Now I only have five 50,000 rupees. We call this in economics. We call the now I only have 50,000. No, we call this limited resource. Now we only have limited 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees. In that is in microeconomics, we there are consumers, companies, now individuals. Therefore, consumers. For example, I have 50,000 rupees only. How can I manage? Now I'm going to decide about how to spend this 50,000. I can I can deposit this 50,000 on bank. Now, one option is I can deposit the money on bank for savings or fixed deposit or temporary saving account. I can deposit on bank, or if I want to, Otherwise, I have to buy a smartphone. Okay, I have to buy a smartphone. I can buy a smartphone, or I can buy a laptop, or bring or laptop, or otherwise anything. Otherwise, I can plan a trip. I have 50,000 rupees. I have 50,000 rupees only. That is limited resource. Now I have to decide about whether I deposit on bank, or should I buy a smartphone, or should I buy a bike, or laptop, or can I spend the money on trip, or put a trip like that? Okay, that is, I am an individual local people, local customer. Study now. I decide about how should I manage my limited resource, which is 50,000. That is microeconomics. Now we have discussed about the example of consumers. Okay, now companies. How companies in microeconomics, companies also individual. Don't think that micro means only one people. Okay, don't think that there are many big companies in Sri Lanka. For example, HCL, like that. Very very big companies. Huawei, for example. HCL, even though HCL is a big company, that is also individual. Okay, it will also, we will categorize into microeconomics. Don't think that in microeconomics we will only consider about one people, one family. No, big, very big companies also will include in this microeconomics. Now we we can discuss about how companies, how companies limit how companies use microeconomics. In companies, if, for example, a company, for example, HCL company has to hire 5 engineers. Please assume that HCL company has to hire 5 engineers. Now they also have limited resources. They are they, even though because the companies are very big, they also have limited budget, limited resources. Now they have to give salary. They want 5 engineers. Now they have to give salary for five engineers. Now they have to decide about how to give, how much money should they give to engineers. They have to hire 5 engineers. How they decide about how much should they pay as salary for 5 engineers. They are discussing about how to manage their limited resources. They have to earn money. Not only they have to give salary, how to manage their resources. That is microeconomics. Okay, for example, then we have a study about consumers, companies, businessmen. For example, businessmen. Now, for example, uh, uh, now I have a coffee shop. Okay, now I have to decide about what is the price of a tea. 100 rupees, or 120 rupees, or 50 rupees. I have to decide about. We can uh, mostly a businessman will decide about customers. If if he, he if the restaurant cafe is rich in rich area, rich people in rich area, they will decide rich money in high quality tea with uh, low high price, about 150 rupees, 200 rupees. But if the cafe is situated in poor people's area, mostly they will consider about low price, low quality, low price tea, about 50 rupees tea, 60 rupees tea. Like that is a businessman. Decide a businessman also has limited resources. He he manage about how to manage their limited resources. Uh, how to set the price of the thing. That is microeconomics. For tea. or for tea or coconut, what is the price? 80 rupees, 90 rupees. What is the price? Price. Stating about the price is also businessman stating the price of the thing is also microeconomics. Okay. Another example. Uh, for example, in Sri Lanka, okay. Uh, for example, for 1 year, you only get 1,000 coconuts. You only get 1,000 coconuts from coconut tree for 1 year. Okay, only 1,000 coconuts. Now, but most of the people want every day many coconuts. Therefore, a businessman decide about a businessman or farmer decide about the price of the coconut. How to only 1,000 coconut reserve limited resource, but demand is people's demand is very high. Therefore, they have to decide about the price of the coconut. That is microeconomics. Okay, we have already discussed about okay businessman. Uh, so not only please assume that there is a company. For example, I have a company, I, IT company. No, I have a restaurant. Okay, what restaurant? Now I have to decide about. I want employees to work. I can I can buy robotics for as my now. ro- I can buy robotics or people human. Okay. Now I started a restaurant, big restaurant. Now I want many employees to work. Now I have to decide about uh, how to hire. Oh, uh, should I hire robotics or should I hire human? Uh, Mostly, for example, we all people know Xiaomi company, Xiaomi, Redmi, Poco company, Xiaomi company. Mostly in some branches they only use robotics in their for in Mi company, the Xiaomi company. They most in some branches I don't in some branches they only use robotics only. There are no people in the company. That is also microeconomics. Deciding about uh, whether should I hire robotics, should I hire robotics or human according to budget. If I want to if I want to hire if I want to if I want robotics, I have a big I want a big capital, big money to buy. If I want to hire human, I want not I want not I want I don't want a big money, a big capital, but I have to give salary for every month. I have to give every month. I have to give fixed salary every month, and I have to increase the salary according to their service. Okay, okay. Now I have to decide about whether I should I buy robotics or human. Should I hire humans according to the budget? Okay, stating about robotics, whether robotics or humans is also microeconomics. I'm an individual. I'm an individual. I'm an individual as a businessman, individual businessman. I'm deciding about the employers, robotic employers or human employers. That is also microeconomics. Now, okay, we are studying about businessmen's savings, limited resource, engineers. Okay, now we uh, we we have clearly discussed about microeconomics. In next video, we can discuss about macroeconomics. Okay, thank you. Bye.